A major new legislation calls for Bigfoot hunting season. An Oklahoma state representative has filed a bill that would establish a Bigfoot hunting season in the state. Fuck yeah, dude. Squatch hunting season. I've never been into Bigfoot. I don't know. I've just never been into the whole Bigfoot thing. I never have. I've gotten into cryptozoology a little bit because I do actually believe it's a legitimate thing. I covered a little bit of that in Lost Secrets of Ancient America, Volume 2, because I visited some of these places where, because I think there's a connection between Inner Earth and these cryptozoological creatures, because I think that's where they come from. Because they're largely seen. That's one thing that I put together that nobody else. Again, another one of those things I put together nobody else has really put together yet, and I put it together just through my own research. Is how so many of these cryptozoological creatures are seen near locations where supposedly people have made claims about there being entrances into Inner Earth. And one of those is Mammoth Cave in Kentucky. Because there's for years, I mean, there are so many places within Mammoth Cave that are off limits to the public. Because supposedly that was one of the main entrances into Inner Earth is found there, and that's why there's so many spots within Mammoth Cave that are off limits to the public. You can't go in. And it just so happens that right around that area in Kentucky, there happens to be a large amount of cryptozoological things, weird things that have been seen through the years. One in particular is the Kentucky Dogman. The one I like is the skunk ape, though. That's the one I've been into. Fuck yeah, fuck the Bigfoot. Give me the skunk ape. I like the fucking skunk. A goddamn gorilla-looking thing that stinks like a fucking skunk's ass. You smell it before you see it. I talked to a couple one time that saw one. Legit saw one. I think it was in California. They were out camping somewhere. And that's the whole story. You smell it. They were in their tent. And they fucking smelled it. It smelled like a fucking skunk, like sprayed their tent. And they're like, oh, what God, what's that? And then they heard the thing, and they went out in their tent and they saw this like fucking gorilla looking thing hauling ass through the woods. I saw an Unsolved Mysteries episode once with Robert Stack that they did on the skunk ape. And apparently they had some like fibers or something that supposedly came from a skunk ape, and they sent him in to have them analyzed. And, Robert Stack does his little wrap up, he's like looking at the camera, and he's all serious, and when he says this stuff, and he says, fiber analysis shows that the hairs were not synthetic fibers from a gorilla suit, not from a primate, and not from a human. And he kind of gives this wry little smile when he says it. Like, what the fuck was that? A goddamn skunk ape, a big old gorilla looking thing that stinks like a fucking skunk's ass that you smell when it comes out and eats your fucking hot dogs and shit, runs off with your groceries. Fucking skunk ape, dude. That's my favorite one. That's my favorite of all the cryptozoologicals is the fucking skunk ape. It's a fucking twofer, dude. It's like, goddamn, it's not bad enough to encounter some cryptozoological big mythical beast in the woods. You got to smell its stank ass before you even see it. I love it. I've dated a couple of skunk apes in my time, too.